Okie dokie. Hello, friends. All right. What do we have here? The world has been following the story of Hans Niemann, Magnus Carlsen, and cheating in chess. Public interest. This is basically a full report of what informed chess.com's decisions, as well as the issue of chess, or cheating in chess. We estimate that fewer than 0.14% of players on chess.com ever cheat, and that our events are by and large free from cheating. Currently, cheating in chess is rare, preventable, and much less pervasive than is currently being portrayed in the media. All right, here's a summary. Good. Start with the Cliff Notes. The Cliff Notes. We present evidence that Hans likely cheated online much more than his public statements suggest. While Hans had a record-setting and remarkable rise, in our view, there is lack of concrete statistical evidence that he cheated in his game with Magnus or in any other over-the-board game. So they're saying he cheated online a lot more. This feels like it's basically where we are. But anyway, they're saying he cheated online and that he probably didn't cheat over the board. Yeah, zoom? Are we really zooming like this? Jeez, this feels very personal. Oh my goodness. Wow. This feels really up close. How's that? It's almost a little much. This is a lot. It's the mega zoom. Is this okay? This is a lot. But to be honest, maybe we can, maybe something like this. Maybe like a little in between. A little in between. There we go. We were never pressured by Magnus or his team to remove Hans, nor did we communicate Magnus regarding our decisions. In fact, Magnus didn't even know we were going to remove Hans until Hans went public with our private correspondence. So likely cheated online more. No concrete statistical evidence he cheated in his OTB games at all. We uninvited Hans and revoked his access based on our experience with him in the past, growing suspicions among top players and our team about his rapid rise of play, and strange circumstances and explanations of his win over Magnus, as well as Magnus's unprecedented withdrawal. In order to have more time to investigate the OTB situation, we uninvited Hans from our event, prevented his access to chess.com. The mission of chess.com. Well, I don't know, boys. I have a feeling I might zoom through a few pages here. The Big Greek Skak, thanks for the raid. There we go. Appreciate it, buddy. Mission of chess.com. Okay, great. Timeline of events. Here we go. September 4th. Yeah. Hans gives post-game interview. Okay, we all remember this. Magnus tweets withdrawing. Links to video clip. Chess.com emails Hans privately to let him know that his account had been discreetly closed and its invitation withdrawn. A copy is attached as Exhibit A. Hans publicly addresses saying he never cheated in a tournament with prize money, when I was streaming, or in a real game. Chess.com sends him a letter laying out the reasons for the decision. Exhibit B. And then they tweeted this. All right, am I going to have to go all the way to Exhibit A? Like, I have to go all the way to the bottom? Is this really how it's going to be? I have to go all the way to the bottom. and then all the way back up, and then read it, and then go all the way back to the bottom. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's not hyperlinked, I believe, no. As shown in Exhibit A. Yeah, great. Okay, thank you. There's Exhibit A. Chess.com is elected to privately remove access. We were sending invitation during the CGC pre-qualified spot. Retains the right. Okay. So they paid him his $5,000 and took him out. Okay, great. Yeah. Then... Oh, sorry, that's right. We gotta go Exhibit B now. Dear Hans. Okay, so I'm sending this letter with 3 important goals: to clarify factual inaccuracies in the statements you've recently made, to justify my reasons for withdrawing the invitation, to talk about a path back to chess.com events. Comments you made. So this is the comments during in his interview. When and why you cheat on chess.com. In your interview, you mentioned that you cheated when you were 12, later when you were 16 in an unrated game. This directly contradicts our statistical evidence, as well as the conversation you and I had. Who's I? It's Danny, right? Danny, okay. I had in our private call when you confessed to cheating. And there's written evidence from you that substantially corroborates this. You also contradicted... This is, I don't know, this is really weird, you know? This is really weird. Because Hans obviously knows that he's had these talks with Danny. And that he's like confessed and that he has something in writing from him. So like, why would he say something that could be so easily contradicted? Anyway, you also contradicted your own statement that you had only cheated in unrated games in the interview. By later saying you did it to gain rating points, which obviously indicates cheating in rated games. Yeah, this is a funny one because it doesn't involve anything else. You contradicted your own statement that you only cheated in unrated games in the interview by later stating that you did it to gain rating, which obviously indicates cheating in rated games. Yeah, that's... You've got me there. I'll admit that you've got me there, chess.com. As you indicated in your interview, chess.com has the best fair play detection in the world. Yeah, this was also interesting. Hans is like saying that it's the best chess cheat detection in the world. Actually, it's the best detection in the world. So it can detect you. While there are other potential events, games, we inform you from Stratus data suggests you violated fair play on the following dates. Title Tuesday qualifier. You played against and lost to someone we eventually closed for cheating in that very same event. And your game reflected clear engine versus engine play. That's just funny. Can you imagine you pack your lunch, you put on your jacket, sling it over your shoulder, you're heading off to work to cheat. And then in an alternative universe, there's another guy across the world who's also, tying his shoelaces, slinging his bag over his shoulder. He's heading off to work to cheat. And you just happen to show up to work at the same time. Run into one another. Oh, you're doing it too? Because both of those players during that game were probably like, this other guy's cheating. And I can prove it. Because I'm cheating. And I can't win. Your Honor, he's cheating because I'm cheating. And I can't beat him. I'm sure of it. It's like some relationship stuff or something. You know? It's like you catch your girl cheating or something, but the only way that, you know, you were cheating, but then you caught your girl cheating. And the only way you can prove that she was cheating is by also admitting that you were cheating. I think I'll let this one slide. Title Tuesday qualifier, again, Pro Chess League 2020 season. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Michael Juke. That's what I was thinking of. Caught your girl on Tinder. Right? Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I was going for. You're like, hey babe, I saw you on Tinder. You got the account active again, huh? You know, we've been seeing each other for 3 years. She's like, oh. How'd you see my account on Tinder? But that's when you pull out, my roommate swiped on you. Anyways, yeah, numerous games and performances. They don't even, they're just like, dude, you were cheating all the time. Numerous. Speed Chess Grand Prix. Okay, these are some serious dates, okay. People tune in way more to my streams when I'm battling Hikaru, Danya, or Eric Hansen. Eric Hansen is in the document. Oh my god. Soul Trader, thanks for the 28 months. Soul Trader says, I don't have a vivid memory of you ever getting bitches, Amon. Soul Trader, you've been sub 28 months, buddy. You've been sub 28 months, my guy. Not long enough to make that statement. We've been around for 7.5 years. Alexi W, thanks for the 9 months. Clinton Northeast with 14 months. Champ 1977, thanks for 21 months. Tier 3. Happy birthday, by the way. I think it was yesterday, Champ. Happy birthday, buddy. On that note, there were several matches during 2020 in which you farmed your fellow chess peers for higher rating. Specifically, the following matches feature blatant cheating throughout. Wow. Wait, that's it? Wait a minute, chess.com, you sure you don't want to analyze a few more Hambos games? I mean, if he beat me, it must have been cheating. Chess.com, you want to run that again? Surely there was cheating going on in my matches as well. Had to have been. I mean, at this point, I'm just offended, you know? He didn't feel the need to cheat against me. He's like, fuck it, I can probably beat this guy anyway. We're not good enough. We don't deserve the beads. We're not good enough. So, match versus Danya, Krikort, Jan, Bach, and Paravian. Yeah, Bach twice. Man, Bach really got farmed. Oh man, poor Bach. Poor Jan. You're prepared to present strong evidence. Mooney, second point I want to address. When I received your confession in 2020 and light of your age, I later created a new account, no player play markings, to continue to stream chess. You'll remember that I worked hard to advise you in this process, protect you as much as I could. This is honestly a very true statement. Like, from what I do know about the cheating stuff, chess.com doesn't want you cheating on their platform, of course, but they're pretty understanding with this whole cheating thing because they almost always deal with it privately. If you're like a chess coach, they let you keep your account. They don't like put, you know, cheater or fraud like all over your account. So that at least I can I can definitely say this part is pretty true. Because people need punishment for cheating, but at the same time, he's not trying to like destroy people's careers. And then, I mean, if you're gonna go out in public like Hans did and say a bunch of stuff against chess.com in public after they dealt with it mutually in private, and the stuff you say in public is like also not true, then at some point, chess.com probably felt the need to come forward and say some stuff. Why did they wait till 2022? Well, this is not because of Magnus. This is because Hans said things that were not true. Like, he openly said, chess.com took my invitation away. Why would they do that? I barely ever cheated. You know, and I already admitted to the 2 times I did cheat, and I never did this. And then he just said a bunch of stuff that was just not true. And Hans had never said that before. And I think that's why all of a sudden chess.com came forward with this. For my team, there's always many serious concerns how rampant your cheating was. We've closed up, yeah, many accounts, confessed. Carefully monitor. Rebuild your reputation. Based on a growing concern for ensuring fair play in the first $1 million prize event, the team did a deep review and encouraged me to rethink my position of letting continue to play. I made the decision that too much was at stake. Considering the above, they closed the account privately and uninvited you from the CGC. I regret the timing. Timing between the Sinkfield Cup and the CGC required me to move quickly to replace your spot. I believe I acted in the best interest of the game and all participants when so much was at stake. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you guys think about that, but the way I see it, chess.com, not only can chess.com remove you from their website permanently, no matter what, and that's whether you've cheated or not. They can just kick literally anyone off no matter what. Because it's chess.com. They can do whatever they want. It's their site. But on top of that, when you have a history of cheating on the website, I think also at any point you have the right to remove that player from an event. And then on top of that, when there's like OTB suspicions and like everyone's very suspicious, it might just draw unwanted publicity and like negative energy to your event. Let's say you put Hans in the event. Maybe everyone else in the event suddenly doesn't want to play the event, basically, or like they don't really feel comfortable playing Hans. I don't know. Chess.com is operating from a position that's different from OTB chess. Because let's say the CGC is an online event. So forget about the OTB stuff. For online chess, Hans has cheated, has lied about it, and he's done it on chess.com. I think it's totally reasonable for chess.com, that exact same platform, to be like, yeah, you just can't play in our events, man. There's more cheating suspicions about Hans. You're openly lying about what you have done and haven't done. And we can remove you anyway. Like, I don't know. Whole thing makes a lot of sense to me. And they paid him his $5,000. So, I don't know. Like, seems pretty reasonable the way they handled it. Seems pretty reasonable. Because it's going to be a tough call no matter what. If you let Hans stay in the tournament, and, you know, let's say you have all... Like, if Danny has all this information that's in this 72-page document, and he lets him stay in the tournament, then, I don't know. Let's say that he does end up cheating in this $1 million event. The whole integrity of the event is done. Like, you know, you gotta think about the big picture. The 5K, I think that was for qualifying. Like, just for being in the CGC as an invited player, I think you make $5,000 just for showing up for your match. And I think they invited him, then kicked him out of his spot, but still paid him the 5K, which is pretty nice in my opinion. Offer to have a call. Acknowledge the full breadth. Cooperate us. Chess.com, I'm happy to consider bringing you back. The wonderful redemption story for the full truth. Chess world to see. Acknowledge the talent regardless of your past, and give what everyone deserves, the truth. Danny. Okay, so Exhibit A, Exhibit B. Okay. Did Magnus tell us to close the account? No, Magnus did not. In fact, Magnus did not have any prior awareness of our decisions. Furthermore, we want to clarify no one asked us to remove Hans, not Magnus, not Hikaru, not any other title player. Yeah, okay. Chess.com believe Hans cheated. In our view, there's no direct evidence that proves Hans cheated. I'm also on this train as well. Like, for the OTB stuff, there needs to be a lot more. I'm not necessarily saying it hasn't happened, but I am pretty far from saying, like, you know, the game against Magnus, to me, it was more about his behavior, I think. His behavior during the game, I think Magnus was saying, was more off. Like, he was just kind of behaving like it was a very easy game and, like, he didn't need to think, and it felt like he wasn't focusing and still playing really well. But, you know, I've seen the game. Even when I first saw the game, I never thought, like, oh, wow, it was a crazy game. Like, not really. Not really. So, yeah, this is kind of where I am. Yeah, a loose neuron, I think so. Play today, thanks for the 10 subs, man. I appreciate that a lot. Amy Mitchell, brand new sub, Smarter World, 18 months with Prime, and AFB Dreads. Thanks for the 6 months. How can you access the report? It's on chess.com, so it should be like a pretty popular news article. Suspicious, Hans' explanation, suspicion. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Fair. Fair. Not much being said. If Chess.com is not certain that he cheated in a single cup, why revoke his invitation? And okay, we already basically read that in the email, right? Could we ensure the integrity of the CGC if Hans took part? And I agree that the answer is no. So anyway, I don't think we need to read all this. We pretty much just talked about that. It's a business decision. In my opinion, it makes sense. In my opinion, it makes sense. Okay, he made comments here. Never when I was streaming did I cheat. I think we've already covered this as well. Okay, so this is what? Table 1 contains events and matches in which it appears Hans cheated. By the way, is it just me or does this... Okay, does this page appear blurry to anyone? It looks like more blurry than this page, for example. Okay. It looks like the quality just went down strangely. You guys can see it okay? Okay, that's good. Looks really crappy for some reason. It is more blurry, right? Like, I'm sure it is. Anyway, whatever. I just, like, my eyes are thrown off. You good, bro? Apparently not. Games against Naroditsky, Paravian, Mapamishi. Games against Stearman. So this is the crazy thing. Isn't Stearman, like... What, is he an IM or an FM? It's like, he's an IM now, but I don't know what he was at the time in 2020. He could have been an FM, maybe. Josiah Stearman. It's like, are we really... Do we really need to cheat against, like, buddies? Like, I feel like the point is you would kind of cheat against matches with the strongest players. Like, that seems like this was probably like a strong data point against him. I would guess. Number of games in the match, number of games likely cheated in. And it's all of them. It's every single one. Well, okay, except, yeah, the Pro League. Pro League is a bit too obvious, though. Like, everyone's watching these games. Not everyone's watching these, not everyone's watching these matches, you know? Streaming 25 of them. Already 17. Like this, for example, I can't read this at all. This is like very blurry. Like, okay, whatever. We'll leave it. This is somehow much better quality. Danny agreed to support. Yeah, save face, voluntarily close the account. Ansels also asked to email the mission, but he did not. Image 3 and image 4. This is a... I don't know. Danny seems to handle these cheating things somehow in a very friendly way. Too lenient. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the right way to handle it is, but yeah, it always feels too lenient. Is this PDF publicly available? It is. It is. Want to check if you talk to the team. Basically, 6-month ban. Danny talks about it. Unfortunately, I'm going to uphold the ban on prize events. There's going to be questions of why isn't Hans playing. But yeah, I mean that's just how it is. We are open to you rejoining the title Tuesday, like in Arena Kings in January. You'll be subject to proctoring during the events, but most people are at this point. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This just seems like a very normal conversation, you know? This just seems like a kid who cheated and did his thing with Dan, like worked it out with Danny, made a new account. This seems like a very normal conversation, and then it got into like more kind of lying and whatever. But this seems reasonable. He's like, hey, is there any way back in? Because he is a good player. He's just he's maybe overrepresenting. But yeah, he's like trying to get in these events. He wants to play. He wants to improve. Danny's like, no, pretty much can't let you back in. How cheat detection works. Comparing the moves to recommended moves. Key critical moves. Browser behavior. Time usage with difficulty of moves. Yeah. Okay, this is a little this is a little much, right? The best humans play at 2800. Stockfish plays at 3500. In a theoretical match between Magnus and Stockfish, we estimate that Magnus would lose every single game, no wins and no draws. Bro, Magnus is probably like, what the fuck did you just say to me? There's no way in hell I believe that. There's no way in hell. That is a complete roast. You think Magnus, you can't draw a single game? That's just madness. There's no way that's true. Best in class. Okay. Well, I can't read this without thinking of like a fucking Ford F-150 or something. Chess.com's best in class motor vehicle of the year. Cheat detection. Best in class. Okay. Okay. JD Power Award. Yeah, chess.com is really using this, eh? Chess.com has quoted this like 10 times so far. Hans Niemann. Chess.com has the best cheat detection in the world. That is going to go down as a legendary quote. That is a pretty killer quote. Top players only need to cheat 3 times a game. They know so much about the position. Even if you insinuate they might be better or worse, they might find the right move. They only need to cheat 1 or 2 times. Says international master, I am Levy Rosman. Had I started cheating in a clever manner, I'm convinced no one would notice. I would have just needed to cheat 1 or 2 times during the match, and I would not need to be given moves, just the answer on which move was way better. Honestly, this is true, and it is pretty scary. If at one moment in a chess match, you don't even get a move, you don't even need a move. If you're Magnus, you're the best player in the world. If you just ask a question, like, you know, is knight g5 going to lose me the game? And the answer is no, then like you might just win the game. Because you'll go for it, because suddenly you have confidence. So, I think this is a very frightening quote. That's all I would need in order to be almost invincible, which does frighten me. World chess champion and GM Magnus Carlsen. Former world champion Anand said that one yes or no answer about whether a sacrifice is sound could be worth 150 rating points if you could do that once per game. Yeah, definitely. Anyway, there's a bunch of quotes that are whatever. Oh, there's a Maxime Dlugy quote. I watched him very carefully when he played this move, knight b7. Wait, is he talking about Hans? Who's he talking about? What? Okay, wait, what? When he played this move, knight b7 against Sharich, he took 10 seconds. It was 5 to 10 minute thing, in my modest opinion. So knight continued on f5. We did it in 10 seconds. I was shocked. There's no one to put in theatrics. Gadget. This is the real danger, because if a 2600 player has this thing, He knows exactly how to behave. He knows exactly when to think. He doesn't need to use it more than 4 times during a game. That's plenty to destroy anyone. At the critical junction, you switch it on and find out, which way do I go? Oh, this little nuance. Okay, fine, boom, goodbye, that's it. But this guy doesn't know. He's just mechanically playing the first move of the computer. Everyone's a clown to him. He says, Kirill Georgiev, put me in a bunker with him and I will destroy him. This guy has no moral compunctions. He's absolutely immoral. GM Maxim Delugi. Yeah. Borislav Ivanov. People were talking about cheating a lot lately. I was reminding everyone there's an old case, Borislav Ivanov. This is the most well-known cheating case that I remember. It's like a Bulgarian guy who was pretty much like a 2200, like untitled dude, and he was just like beating all these GMs. But this is a particularly ironic quote from Delugi, considering everything as well. If a 2600 player has this thing, blah, 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 he doesn't need to, that's plenty to destroy anyone. I feel like that's a relatively interesting quote. When he admitted to cheating, Hans had an IM title, 1 GM norm. This performance, which as mentioned, Hans confirmed was attained by cheating, was within the range of strength scores obtained from chess.com reports of various GMs that had their accounts closed. All these players, including Hans, admitted to cheating. Anonymous confessed GM. Anonymous confessed GM. Fide Elo, 2640. Country. You know. Country. Age. Let's get all the info in there. Yeah, 103.27. I mean, I guess it can go over 100 because that's pretty impressive. 2686 is crazy. Like, you're basically a 2700 player. What are you doing, dude? Oh my god, this list is long. Oh, I thought it was just these lads. Oh. Whoa! 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 2685? Man, Hans was ahead of his time. You know? These are all anonymous confessed GMs. Hans was doing this as an IM. He got started early. Major beast, no? Anyway, yeah, the strength score. I mean, chess.com's a lot of statistical analysis, right? But these are some serious ratings. Serious ratings. 2685 and 2686. That's pretty serious. Every player was given the benefit of the doubt. Once alerted, we do a thorough review of the data. Human-driven analysis. Right. When we finally close an account, we feel that we've given the most fair possible review, as we understand the weightiness of such a decision. Is that a thing? We understand the weight of such a decision. No, we understand the weightiness of such a decision. I guess there's a difference, yeah, between weight and weightiness. Yeah. Like, we understand not just how much it weighs, but how much it weighs on you. The weightosity. Yeah, I would say gravity. Yeah, exactly. Weightiness. It's a cute word. One notable case on the list above was a player in the FIDE top 100 players. This person competed in a single event featuring 10 total games in 2020. I mean, is this person even anonymous anymore? Doesn't that, like... Getting pretty close to narrowing it down there, boys. FIDE top 100, single event, 10 total games, and 2020. I'm sure someone can figure that out. Okay. OTB Rise. ...2014 start. His strength... Oh, this is his strength score. Got it. Wow. Esipenko barely improved. Trash confirmed. OTB strength improvement. Strength gained during first 2.75 years after achieving 2465 ELO. Who's this? Pragnananda? Pragnananda, Hans Niemann. Wait, sorry, what's this? Sorry, these lads got weaker? Damn, they doing my boy Esipenko dirty. I think there's a lot of graphs and stuff here. I can only look at so many of them. My mind becomes desensitized at some point, you know? But maybe you guys will enjoy looking at these on your own. I'll leave it to you. But like, I can only take in so many of these. Time between achieving 2500 ELO and 2700 ELO. Hans Niemann, okay, clearly the shortest time. Time in what? Years. Less than 2 years? Man, they're really doing Bogdan Dayak dirty here. This report is on chess.com, yeah. The Hans Niemann report. Two rating plateaus. Man, this is crazy, eh? He went way up, and then way down, and then way up, and then plateaued, and then up, plateau, and then up. Impressive. Impressive. Hard stuck, yes. For sure. Okay. I can't look at graphs like that. I can't, the graphs like these, I mean, no. Sorry, boys. Age of GM. There's only 13 players currently ranked in the world's top 50 who are younger than 25. Hans is the only player who became GM at 17. The other 12 all achieved it between 12 and 16. So is this like sorry bro, but you didn't get GM young enough. So you're actually trash and you must be cheating again. Wow. Got GM at 17. So old. Confirmed. Too slow, pal. Exactly. You're off the prodigy chart, Buster. Pony Labyrinth, thanks for the 22 months. RLB improving. 39 months. Abesme 1431. Almost looks like Abe Smith. Thanks for the 100 bits. Certman SC, 40-month resub. And I agree with you, buddy. Lime Mile. Buddy, look at that. 5 gifted from Lime Mile. Coming up to 69. Appreciate it, Lime Mile. The conventional wisdom is that if you're not GM by 14, it's unlikely you reach the top levels of chess. While that statement may seem discouraging, oh, you don't say. Let's not tell this to anyone who's watching right now. Guys, don't worry. Hang on. Let's scroll past that. You guys can make it. Don't listen to chess.com. You guys should keep subbing to the channel and keep watching the improvement videos that we release. You're all going to improve. In fact, I'll be surprised if you guys aren't titled by the end of the week. And I mean that. In the FIDE online arena, that is. The ACM title is calling your name. You can do it, boys and girls. Okay. If I ever see a graph that pretty much looks like all the bars are very similar, it's like, okay, next. As Hans played an unusually high number of near-perfect games. We carefully analyzed many presentations found online. We've concluded that the methodology and the underlying tools used in these analyses do not meet our standard. Nice try, YouTube statisticians. Get smacked. Yeah, I've seen so many of these. I've never watched them, by the way, but I've seen the videos. People are like releasing YouTube videos, got these like stat analysis, and it's like, okay, man, you do you. Reddit data scientists, exactly. I don't know, man. These graphs, like, if you guys want to check out the article, go for it, but I'm gonna scroll past these real quick. Take care, Eddie. Thanks for hanging, buddy. Long Tuesday. Be well, buddy. Can I link the article? I'm pretty sure you just look it up, buddy. Hans Niemann report, chess.com blog, literally posted today. I'm sure you can find it. I trust you. I can look at your username, and just by the look of your username, I know you're a smart person. You can find it. I believe in you. Appendix. Let's get that appendix out. Percentage of games, strength score per game. So my dude is operating like, yeah. He's got a lot of, what is that, 90 plus? We got a 3-month resub from Hans Biedman. And also a new sub from Hellraiser 93. The next sub is number 69. Yeah, future Mihai, I don't, this whole strength score thing, I'm not really attributing a lot to. It doesn't resonate too much with me. Lime Mile, that is our 69th sub. Tier 3 gifted. Holy cow. Lime Mile. Dude, thank you so much. We got another sub from Tin Cannon Poker, a gifted sub as well. Thanks, Tim. You got us. Number 69. Okay. Seen all this. Singfield Cup. Magnus had only played G3 twice previously. Position after Hans Castled. On move 4, had never been seen before. Post-game analysis, propose here Queen H4, saying Queen H4 might be a move here. This move loses the bishop on G5 without any obvious compensation. Yeah, I remember that. After proposing a move, Hans requested to see the engine evals. Yeah, I remember this. This was so strange, but that's another. What does it say? What does the engine say? The analysis and dependence in the engine seemed to be at odds with the level of preparation Hans claimed was at play in the game. Strength score of 97.17. After the 15-minute delay was added, he's scoring 86.31. So the other thing here is that, you know, assuming that he's cheating, then obviously this looks to be direct proof. Assuming that he's not cheating, then you also have to understand that if you're not cheating and all of a sudden you're getting like wanded like crazy, the world champion withdraws and blah, blah, blah. So if you assume that he's not cheating, then I feel like you'd be pretty thrown off just as a human being. All of a sudden playing these games, like, I don't know. I would clearly play worse after. But that's why it's like I don't really, the whole event, I don't really take too much out of it because assuming that you are cheating, it makes sense. And assuming that you're not cheating, it also makes sense. So the way I think of it is the classic, look, he beats Magnus, and then how does Hans not get accused from that moment on? If he beats everyone else after Magnus, then it's like, oh, dude, you're obviously cheating. If he loses to everyone after Magnus, it's like, aha, see? You were obviously cheating. You know what I mean? So there's not a lot that can happen there where the guy's not taking heat.
Well, actually, if you win, then you were cheating, and if you lose, then you were cheating. So it means that you're cheating. We've solved it, boys. We've solved it. All I see is both paths cross somewhere. What is this? Yeah, probably Bucko. Probably. Because it would just be like incredibly. Yeah, it would be crazy if he was able to do it. All right, so these are their strength scores. Okay, round 1 to 3. Hans changed the most, but again, this is like a little bit obvious. Ali Reza Faruja. After they tightened up the security, the guy played better. Beast. Wow, Magnus Carlsen, 87.12 strength score. Poverty, no? Almost the worst in the entire event. Except Buddy Lev. Terrible confirmed. Below are examples of the reactions of notable players who have beaten Magnus. Okay. Chess.com really included this in the report. Imagine being so good that like people make compilations of beating you. Wow, dude is an alpha, no? This says leaving. My guy can't even quit immediately. He's gotta speak to someone before he can leave. Yeah. I tell you, the kids when they beat the world champion, they don't care. It's just cold blood, man. It means nothing to them. These kids, like these talented juniors, are so Chad. Like, if I beat Magnus Carlsen, probably in any form of any game, I would definitely be peaking. Wow, Chad. Big Chad. Oh, Yaz.
Yeah, incriminating. OMG. In our view, this game and the surrounding behaviors and explanations are bizarre. Like Hans past, right? Obviously, they're not talking about just this. They're talking about literally everything they just presented. And I agree, it is a bit bizarre, but some of it I don't think can be used to stick it to him so strongly. But chess.com's main stance is, while it's like all bizarre, there's not enough concrete evidence, but there's a lot of evidence. Okay. Unaware since August 2020. Much more publicly, many prize events, 25 streamed games, 100 rated games. And as recently. So that's a lot of things to lie about, right? Yes to prize events, yes to stream games, yes to rated games, and yes to when he was older, and yes to more times than he said. One interesting point, like Kiwi, so you're saying, yeah, zero evidence of cheating in the last 2 years, aka at any point since he was an adult. So here's the thing that's interesting to me. These chess players, they basically undergo the bulk of their improvement in career in the limelight as a minor. So it's like, I don't know, can you really hide behind this, like, oh, he wasn't an adult thing? Like, kids are becoming GMs at like 14. I feel like at some point you just have to, like, I don't know, you have to raise the raise the bar a little bit, because these really talented juniors are like, they're having the most significant parts of their career as minors, not as adults, let's say. So it's interesting because, yeah, let's say people are cheating. I imagine like there might be a bunch of people doing it as kids, and then it's like, how do you handle those cases? I don't know. But obviously, around the world, there needs to be sort of like an overall rule book or policy about how you handle these cases, not just case by case basis. Yeah, kids are dumb. Kids do dumb things, but that's the thing. These kids get like so strong, so young, that it's probably very tempting. Thanks, Oinus, for the 49 months. Pro Noob, 100 bits. Korean Knife, 10 months. Noofcat, brand new sub. C. Gillette, thank you for the full year with us. Appreciate it, dude. So is that basically it? And these are all the, like, these are just the appendices and stuff. So that's the report. That's the report. Right? Like all these things are like, none of these really mean anything to me. Maybe this is the page. This is the page with all the answers, guys. Page 33. It's redacted. Strength by age, strength by age. Okay. Interesting. Strength by age. Man, Esipenko. Geez, he's on the downhill, eh?
He's on the downhill. What was Hans again? Hans is just like, boom. Yeah, I mean, this is... It's not like one thing is proof or anything, but this is like insanely remarkable. Because here's the thing, that what this entire discussion comes down to is that either Hans is cheating, or he's like easily the most remarkable talent in the entire world, right? By a lot of statistical margins and analyses. So that's crazy, to be honest. It's crazy that one of those things is true. Could both be true? No, I don't think both could be true. Yeah, Kamer is but Kamer isn't he being, he's pretty much touted as like an insane talent, right? He just hit 2700. So he could very well be the next serious talent to consider in the world. Curious what happens to him. But yeah, this one definitely looks a lot more like that. Still not so linear, but yeah, a little bit more. A lot more like Hans's graph. But yeah, Kamer is an insane talent for sure. Strength by age. Strength by age. Igor's Rousis. Strength by month. Strength by month. My guy just started fucking peaking. They had to break it down into months on my guy. he started lifting them weights, boy. He was sending it. Whoa, okay, what's going on here? What was this one again? What was Appendix 3? Were these like events that seemed suspicious? I can't remember. Like, I can't remember where Appendix 3 was. Do we remember? We are highlighting some of the strongest events we believe could merit further investigation based on the data and a manual review. They're highlighted in yellow. Mm-hmm. Philadelphia International. Windsor NAYCC. Win rate 83%. Strength over performance. I don't know. This is too statty for me. This is too much. I need all that. Exhibit A we saw. Exhibit B we saw. Exhibit C? Okay, what's going on here? When confronted with our allegations that they had used outside help, they confessed, like all the players on this list, as shown in the redacted email exchange attached to this report. Okay. The unknown GMs. Account review, yeah. Shocking to do this, such a strong player. Will go down as the highest rated ever, I think. How do these email chains work? Are you supposed to like go to the bottom first to see the first email? Yes, right? Like this is where you start reading? Yeah, okay. So, behalf chess.com fair play team. Account was closed, violating the rules. We will not be discussing the exact details as a title player. Not for you. Choose to acknowledge any of the behaviors within the next 72 hours. We try to work through privately. Blah, blah, blah. Hello, I don't understand for what is all about. All right, well, they're not from Canada. They're not from USA. They're not from England. Let's start there. Let's start there. I never violated any rule. Can please somebody explain to me? Anyway, now I don't have a lot of time this week to deal with this because I have other things to do. Bit still will appreciate if somebody explains to me something. My name is very respected in the chess world, and this is not acceptable. Can you imagine being told that you cheated and be like, well, actually, I don't have time to deal with this, and I have other things to do. My name is respected. This is a wild response. You guys think this is PP? You think this is Mr. PP? His name is very respected in the chess world. You think this is El Pamper? El Pampero? So then they say, hi, can you confirm you played in this event? Can you tell me what you're planning to do? Actually, I'll confirm it when you tell me. It's like, I'm going to tell you something, but you have to promise not to get mad. As you mentioned earlier, we made no public statements regarding the reasons. However, we need you to confirm whether or not you played in this event. Yes, I played in the event. So it's not someone else playing on his account. It's him, ready to proceed. Shocking. Highest rated ever, I think. Proceed, unfortunately. Okay. So it seems like maybe they got PP. So now we go to the bottom of this chain. Hi, we're sorry, blah, blah, blah. Okay, same message. Hello, I don't understand for what is all about. Wait, what? Oh, no, this is the same thing. Wait, what? This is the same thread. Whoa. Hi, after reviewing your games, we want to tell you we're very impressed with your play. You're a strong chess player with a gift for the game. Wait, what? Is chess.com trolling him? Is account review trolling? This is hilarious. We were so impressed by your play. So you have such a gift. Oh my god, like you never miss. Oh my god, you're so good. In fact, you never ever miss. Wow, you're so good, bro. Oh, you good. Oh, you good. We stand by our findings, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Hello, I already wrote you in the previous emails that I will fully cooperate. I used help only in a few games. This is the same guy who said, I'm busy this week and I have a lot of stuff to do. My name is respected. I used help only in a few games, not because I wanted to win a prize, but because I was bored. And I just wanted to see how good is your team. No way he wrote that. I just wanted to see how good your team was. just testing you. The classic gotcha. The classic gotcha. Baby, are you cheating on me? Aha! I only fucked her because I wanted to see if you could catch me. Ha ha ha! Sick. What a ludicrous thing to write. That's a crazy sentence. Before that, I was sure that everyone is doing it. Now I see your team is very serious and good. Oh, this is so good. I want to apologize for my behavior. It will never happen again. I am sorry for what I did. Feel ashamed about the fact. Thanks for giving me this chance and did not make it public. Actually, I was surprised you catched me because I cheated only in 5 games. The others I didn't. That's why I think you're doing a fantastic job. Actually, I didn't think you would catch me, but you did. And that's good job by you. Good job, yeah. Good job. I didn't think you would, but you did. You passed my test. Yeah, exactly. Thank you for the train bits, Neil. JC Digital Girl, Nicola, thanks for the gifted subs as well, JC. Spicy Mustard 2, Vado1, Goatmentator, 49 months, Robot Pajamas, Prime for 13, Vec, 747, 6 months, Poker, 41 day. Thanks for the 10 months with Prime. No, thanks again, Goatmentator. Surprisingly, it was this simple. I'm not sure the intent is honest based on Tona's prior emails. I don't think it matters. As long as we agree this is in line with our report, I'm more than happy to re-onboard. This is the number... uh-huh. That looks like a 2-digit number. Got him. We know it's 2 digits. We can go from there. Privately admitting to us that he cheated. There certainly has to be some celebration for our ability to identify it, but it's still a solemn place to be. Glad we're able to confidently draw the conclusion. I normally don't ever boast unless I impress myself. You guys 27 plus, he's a monster. It's hard to imagine him cheating in a vacuum. What does that mean? Successfully identify key moments where cheating took place. Is that really what it means? That's interesting. It's like an expression. Because if you're in a vacuum, you have no other information to work off of. Basically. Interesting. Re-on board, okay. Yeah, like isolated environment. Okay, so yeah. So we go to the bottom of this. Okay, this message. What? Isn't this the same dude? Oh my goodness. Why didn't they put this all in one chain? Okay. After reading your mission as well as policy, you'll need to open a new account, new username, new email. Banned from playing in any titled Tuesdays or other cash prize events on chess.com for 1 year. It's amazing how that word titled Tuesday seems to just fucking fit right there. It's interesting that. You'll be banned from playing for a year. You will promise one more time never to use engines. Well, actually, tell us you won't do it again, bro. Well, actually, promise us, bro. Pinky square us again. Actually, I promise I won't do it, bro. Hello, thanks for the second chance. Of course, I promise never again to break the rules. If there's no way to keep my other account, then soon I will open a new one. That's it? Well, I don't know. I don't know. That was interesting, but not crazy interesting. Definitely some, it was definitely worth reading. There's definitely some cool stuff in there. Are there dates on the email? I believe so. Yeah. Well, actually, what tournament did you play? Oh, I wonder. Actually, we contacted you on Tuesday at 2:59 p.m. Actually, what tournament did you play? Actually, let's redact it from the file. We can't have anyone knowing it, bro. Actually, Tuesday at 2:59 p.m. Oh, that's some good stuff. That's some good stuff. These are some crazy answers as well. Anyway, I don't have a lot of time. I can't deal with this. My name is respected. This is not acceptable. Yes, I played in the event. Yes, I did it. Yes, I did it. That's right, you little fucking pussy. Fucking you be the submissive. He started out being the alpha, he became the beta. I don't have a lot of time to deal with this. I appreciate it if someone lets me know what's happening. My name's respected. This is not acceptable. I did play the tournament, and I did. Yeah, that was me. You know, he really did a 180 there. I did King Crucify. I did read section 6. All the quotes from top GMs. I'm pretty sure I read that. I think that was the section with all the quotes from top GMs and Levy, right? That was at the top. Wait, where is it? Yeah, this, right? Yep, we did read this. We read the Delugi quote, Holger, Anand, Magnus. And yes, that was the first thing I said, that the quote from Magnus is very scary. Top GMs and Levy is shade? I think it's I think it's more shade to call Levy a top GM, no? Isn't it more shade to include him with the likes of Magnus? And I'm just saying, it's like he had his own quote, that's all. Actually, Levy is a top GM, and to say that he's not is shade. I don't have a quote here. No quote from me. I wasn't asked for comment. Magnus's quote is frightening, yeah. Yeah, all I need is to ask, you know, is there a possibility of winning? Or do I need to be careful? And that's all I need to be invincible. That's a pretty alpha quote.